There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Green. Edwards against Poole. Thompson outside. Pass to Curry. Shoots the three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. McDaniels passes to Washington. Back to McDaniel. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank Greg dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
You've got Prince. Anderson is out there with Gobert. And it's Noel in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Alexander Walker passes to Noel. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
bag.
Ayy, cash out. Cash. Stacking the check that I pass out. That sound. Ayy. Tell you a lot where I'm at now. I went away for a little. Yeah. Tell them I'm back now. Cash out. Cash. Yeah, we finna cash out. Blue bills. Yeah. CC, I'm all in the background. It don't matter where you from, baby. No, it's where you at now. Back down. Nah, I never back down. I just been stacking the racks. Stacking and stacking. I'm stacking on stacks now. Hop in the booth. I'm only spitting the facts out, hitting the gas. I got it pushed to the max now. Tell me relax. I'm finna spaz out. Credit card never maxed out. Government got me taxed out. You know I just stay in different brackets, that's a fact. Ayy, GPS my city, cause I put it on the map. Ayy, betting on a boy, you gonna double, triple that. Yeah, first I sign the check, I tell them quit it, it's a rap. Ayy, yeah, I know they was trying to block me, cause it's too hard to copy. Y'all boys move sloppy. I've been racing to a check, yeah, just like Ricky Bobby. Bumpin' lottie-dottie, pull up in that Maserati. Ayy, cash out. Cash. Stacking the check that I pass out. That sound. Ayy. Tell you a lot where I'm at now. I went away for a little. Yeah. Tell them I'm back now. Cash out. Cash. Yeah, we finna cash out. Cash out. Cash. Stacking the check that I pass out. That sound. Ayy. Tell you a lot where I'm at now.
Great game. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man. Shot!
Yo, we got this. Don't worry.
Again. Who's got the ball?
Right here.
Man, I can't even watch this.
You guys the ones who are gonna be losing today.
Get your head in the game.
I got you fired real quick.
Hold up, fellas. The grind don't stop. We're gonna focus on shooting today. Let's get a lot of repetitions. Set it up and get started.
Get the next one.
Now that we're done, get out there and put up some shots.
Put some work into making the correct decisions during transition.
We ready, let's go.
5 seconds! Let's go. Yo, look at the clock! Bucks out! get the clock? Knock it down. Hey, yo, look at the clock. Who's on court? Foul! Start it, man. Start it.
We've been ready. We're waiting your team.
Hey!
Once I start, I just can't stop. You can't play with me. Oh, you done? You done?
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it. Come on. Hey, right here. Woo! 3 of them, baby. I see you right here. One more.
Get ready for sleep.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Nah, we're good. Let's ball.
Hey, don't forget the clock. Get him! Get him!
Well, it looks like we've got a handle on this whole leadership thing for the time being.
Yeah, hashtags MP, leader, and let's go have been trending on social for the better part of 48 hours. So
Okay.
I'm
Congrats.
impressed.
Right. Hey, but can your source find out if Adele is still trying to trade a rising young star with leadership abilities up the wazoo?
Oh, don't talk about yourself in the third person.
yeah, it plays terribly with boomers, and that's our most affluent demo.
And don't say wazoo.
And don't dodge the question. It's not that funny. I mean, I really want you to work your source here, Ricky. You know? Or if does Teresa from ticketing still have inside
It's
scoop or
not Teresa
then
from
who is
ticketing.
it, man?
Look,
You're
I'm
gonna
not
tell
telling
me.
you.
You're gonna tell me.
Look, just because you're doing a great job right now does not mean you can let your foot off the gas. Look, I will try and see where Othello's head is at, but you still got to do your thing, all right? Look, nothing's settled on the trade front.
Of course, man, but it only gets better from here, Rick. Trust me.
All right, well, you know, it might be a good idea for you to check in with Coach Graves, too. I mean, he's an ally on this one.
Yeah, I do chat with him every day, but maybe I can see what if he knows what Othello's thinking or doing.
Good. In the meantime, I'll hit up my source, and we'll take it from there. One day at a time, right?
Yes, sir. Only way to do.
MP, glad you're here. I got to talk to you.
Yeah, man, I was about to say what's up, but you look a little bit upset.
There's no easy way to say this, but you're out of the starting lineup.
I don't understand why.
It's beyond my control.
But you said you would help me if I stayed out the press.
I can help you.
Okay, how? By doing whatever Othello tells you to do?
Ernest, get over here. MP, I'd like you to meet Ernest Templeton.
Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too, man. What exactly does Ernest here do?
He's one of the brightest young stars in our analytics department.
Analytics, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He came up with the formula for teammate grade, our new all-in-one performance metric.
That was you, man?
It is. Do you like it?
Yeah, I read the documents up on it. Makes a lot of sense. I'm just excited to see it in action.
When you see yourself going up for posterizing dunk, what do you see? A unicorn flying over a rainbow. What I see is a series of zeros and ones in the beautiful pattern of a Wolverine raining down on his opponents. It's mathematical inevitability. I've been working on it for a long time.
Long time, huh?
Yeah, 89, 99, 2009. Time doesn't exist.
There's been extensive research, but we'll spare you the details.
Spare you the details.
Needless to say, it's the new gold standard. Phil Boyer wants us to use it as a central pillar in all player evaluation.
All of these things. Teammate grade. This is how we change the narrative. How are you going to achieve a better grade than the starter that's currently in place? Here's how you're going to do it.
You hit those goals, and we'll have no choice but to start you. Phil Boyer will see to it himself.
I got you, Coach.
Just gonna say that.
Okay, enough, Ernest. All right, look, we're all pulling for you, MP.
We're all pulling for you, MP.
We know you can do this.
All right, I'm going to get out of here. But I got you, Coach.
I got you, Coach. I knew he was going to fist bump us both.
Look, Coach, I know what you're going to say, but I swear to you, I have been putting in the work. You see me. I've been in the gym, man. So it's not a matter of effort. It's
You're
just
in the starting lineup.
Wait, I'm what?
Next game, you're going to run with the starters.
Why?
Well, we think you're pressing and you're trying to prove you belong, so we want to take some of the pressure off you.
By making me a starter?
You trying to talk me out of it?
No. I'm just surprised. That's all. It's just, I know I've been underperforming just a little bit.
Just promise me you'll give it your all.
I can do that. I got you.
Good.
You won't regret this, Coach. I got you.
To our team's success, what it really is it's our confidence. Like when we're playing for this big amount of money, all these other teams are playing like real tight, and when we're playing, we're just laughing, having fun, like we're gonna lose.
Yeah, I would say it's our confidence in each other, our trust in each other, and then we always, rolling off good vibes, good energy. And that's how we continue to press on no matter what we're going through.
We love to see it. Now, Ant, you took home MVP honors 9.6 points per game, 2.6 assists per game in games to 21. It all starts with the point guard. So, Ann, I'll start with you. How do you control the tempo in these 3v3 games, and what's the strategy going into these games?
Taking advantage of, some other teams' weaknesses. So, teams really do play tense on stage and big games in general. So we like to kind of attack the players who, kind of play nervous and aren't as confident in themselves to really make big plays, shoot tough shots, gamble on defense. So we want to make those players, make a play. We want to force them to get out of their comfort zone. So as the point guard, I do a lot of pregame prep. I like to prepare Jerron and Connor, what the other team's going to do offensively and defensively. I take a lot of pride in that. And for us, we make sure that, we're going to be the most prepared team at all times. And
well, we're at the time of the calendar when some teams go through a midseason lull. Graham, what has to be done to avoid that?
Well, first of all, you have to keep your composure. You cannot panic. And of course, this is when a coach earns his keep. Motivation becomes key. Keeping the players focused and making sure nobody starts coasting.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Washington in at the 1. Pass to Kuzma. That three's off the mark. And here are the Timberwolves. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Yeah, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
5 on the clock. Back to Towns. Over Porzingis. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Beal outside. Pass to Kuzma. Now Gafford. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Beal. And he banks in the layup.
And Bradley Beal getting a huge contract this summer. Now, he committed to being with the Wizards for his prime. And there was some speculation he might leave, but he submitted his time in Washington for many years to come.
And he gets that one.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
Just over a minute and a half in. Beal outside. They kick it out to Porzingis. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide open man.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Now here's Washington. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Hits the trifecta.
Boy, they're on fire right now. Cooking with gas, starting this one out 4 or 5.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Beal finds Kuzma. Back to Beal. Morris outside. Pass to Kuzma. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Washington. Now here's McDaniel. Kuzma's checked in for Kispert, and it's Morris in for Wright. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Washington comes in for Conley. And the free throw, no good. And it's 6'9", Denny Avdia with great size for a wing, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And you combine that with his motor, too. I mean, he's already an excellent defender with the versatility to cover inside and out.
On the court for Minnesota, Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Washington in at the point. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
And that one falls for Washington. And so Washington nails both of them.
You know, the Wizards really came up short last season on the defensive end. They consistently struggled to get stops, which makes it twice as hard to win games.
Back to Morris. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Just wonder how the Wizards can remedy their defensive weaknesses from last year.
Well, B.A., mindset is a big part of it. They just need to have better focus on pressuring the ball handlers and making sure shots are getting well contested.
For 3, Porzingis. And another miss by Washington. Minnesota's gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Here's Edwards. Soft touch off the glass. Edwards has gotten 4 this quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
With the lead they have, you might think they'd start to settle, but they are still going at the rim strong.
Back to Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
Washington against Morris. Washington passes to Gobert. Back to Washington. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
It's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
Gafford, he's checked in for Porzingis. That one's no good.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line. And that's what you want to see.
Daniel Gafford. Who's that?
And the second free throw is good.
Ayy, cash out. Stacking the check that I pass out. That sound. Tell you a lot where I'm at now. I went away for a little. Yeah. Tell them I'm back now. Cash out. Yeah. We finna cash out. Blue bills. Yeah. CC, I'm all in the background. Astro. No.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much. in slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. She say that I'm
Into a game, I feel like my point guard is the best player in the world. So going into the game, knowing I got the best player in the world, I got to do my part, play defense, hit open shots. So having Connor, who's going to make impact plays on both sides of the ball, being the best power forward, it makes it really easy to make sure I do my part.
He always has an answer for someone's adjustment for us. So it's really hard to scout us because how smart he is. Like, we have so many sets and different type of plays for just whenever and where.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Washington in at the point guard. Evaluating recent attempts, Doris, to create super teams. They haven't quite worked out as planned, have they?
What we understand now is the game isn't played on paper. So many things go into winning. Chemistry, health, and if you risk your future trying to put together a super team with no consideration for what comes next, that can be problematic.
Here's Beal after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Morris finds Gafford.
2 minutes remaining.
For Gobert.
Second quarter. 2 minutes.
Outside for Beal. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 16. To the middle. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, the well-rounded offensive arsenal allows Cat to deliver consistently on the offensive end. And boy, he is in rhythm right now.
Now, here is Morris. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
Timberwolves foul. Karl Anthony Towns. First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And the first one at the line is good. So it's Minnesota sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. Back right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Morris and Beal are the guards. Avdia out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group starting the second half for Wes Unseld Jr. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic